which is more than 2 decades back. And then I was fortunate to be absorbed by Samsung while from the campus itself, wherein I was working in their R&D division. Post that, I was again fortunate to work with my mentor who was there in Samsung, again to continue in Texas Instruments, which is the God in semiconductors. Uh, Post that, after a stint of around 4 years, I was also blessed to work with world-class teams at Intel and Qualcomm before I started into the venture of startups. Uh, Currently, I'm here today to share my passion of AI and ML with you, and share while I share that what are the different kind of impacts which are being created by AI and ML. As and when time allows, I will also touch upon the gaps which are present in the market, this which can be mended for for a beautiful for a beautiful career which can be molded for you guys. Yeah. So what are the gaps which are still remaining despite people covering their courses in the college, and when they appear for the interviews, what are some of the common gaps which we feel while we take the interview? Because I have been on both sides of the table, wherein I had appeared for the interview and I had taken interviews. So I have a fair idea, if not a complete idea, but I have a fair idea of what is missing. And that part also I would like to touch upon as and when I come across on the slides. Also, I would love to hear from you as and when time permits, to see and understand what do you expect from myself and from TS Bridge. Yeah. So with this understanding, with your permission, I would go ahead. Okay. Please speak Hindi. So if I speak in Hindi, will everyone be able to understand? Can you, or let me say, they put it like this: if I speak in Hindi, will anyone not understand? Can you just put it in the chat window? Tarun, I am just trying to see how we can accommodate your request. Please allow me a second here, a few seconds here. So my question to all of you: if I speak in Hindi, is there anyone who will not understand? So Yogesh, you will not understand. Is it what you're saying? Okay. 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 I will not understand. Daksh, I get that. Okay. Okay. So, okay. Okay. So I see that few people mean I will understand. Okay. So Hindi is okay. No, I can't understand. Okay. Okay. That is enough a full response for me to make a judgment right now. So while I welcome all of you who understand both the languages, what I will request you is I'll continue to speak in English, but with all the respect for the Hindi understanding people over here. I'm also a Hindi speaker, native Hindi speaker, but with all the kids who are here who don't understand English, or who don't understand English, I would request you to still stay with me for next hour and a half. I will try to use very simple English, and say if you're not still able to understand, what I will do is I will request TS Bridge Management to TS EduBridge Management to hold another half an hour session to clear your doubts. Is that okay with the people who are who cannot understand Hindi? Like, is it okay with you, Tarun? Yeah. So I request you to please bear with me, and uh, uh, again I'll have a separate session. I'll request this management for the feedback for queries. Yes. All right. So in today's date, if I am allowed to say, is my screen visible right now to everyone? No, no problem. So here is, I'm going to send across 4 options to you right now. And I would like to hear from you. What excites you most about learning the AI? I'm going to give you 4 options in your chat window. Please check this. Uh, just- I'm going to give you 4 options in the chat window. Please check this. The question is, what excites you most about learning the AI? Please respond with your option, favorite option. Is it like solving the real world problems, working with the cutting edge technology, career opportunities, exploring how the machines think? Please respond. Lovely. All right, Raja. Career opportunities. I get that. Venkatesh, I'll share the screen definitely when it's the right time. Yes, I will do that. Rest assured, please. Solving the real world problem. Great to hear. All right. One. Okay. Exploring how the machine thinks, how the machine works. Great. Career opportunities. I get it. Okay. Four. Career opportunities. All right. Okay. Exploring how the machines think. All right. Lovely. Great. All the options. I'm pretty excited. Okay. Okay. Thank you very much for this. So let me now share my screen with you. Thank you very much. I will end this poll right now. And let me share my screen right now. All right. Here it is. Okay. So is my screen visible, guys? All right. Exploring how the machines think. Is my screen visible to all of you? Lovely. Great. So let's move on to the next slide. So here it is. So when we speak about the artificial intelligence and its impact on any specific industry, it becomes a whole gamut of industries which are getting impacted by AI. If in fact, if you are asked to say that please isolate an industry which is not being impacted by AI, it will become very difficult. Possibly it will be a very difficult question even for ChatGPT to answer. Yeah, that which would be one industry which doesn't get impacted by AI. Someone might say that the finance industry may not get impacted, but because the stock trading, the stock prices are not predicted by AI. Yes, I would agree over there. But there are far more things which are being done in the finance industry. Why I mentioned finances, because I was speaking with a gentleman who said that the prices in the stock market can't really be predicted by, and I would kind of agree with him. But at the same point in time, in finance, there are a lot of fraudulent transactions which happen, which definitely comes under the purview of AI. You name a particular industry, astronomy. Okay, so why don't I do it this way? This is actually very interactive. And let me ask this question to you. Let's pick one of these sectors. My finger stops at education. All right. So can one of you or few of you identify a few opportunities in AI in education which can be impacted by AI? Any opportunities which you guys think can be brought in AI? I think someone might have enabled their screen right pen tab option by mistake. May I request you to remove that pen tab option? Yeah. All right. Can one of you or a few of you please think about like how AI can impact education? Any thoughts on that? Let me be more specific. Can AI impact the education for engineering students? Thoughts on that, please. Yes, helps in smart study. Awesome. Great, Raja. I totally agree. Yes. Yes, Kushagra, I agree with you. Yes, that it helps in the smart study. Easy solving of the formulae. Yes, perfect. Rather than using the complex methods. Yes, that's true. In fact, Samir, because when we personalize learning, this is one of my favorites. I would agree with you, Jeevan. Hackathons. Totally. So, Soumya, yes, there is a way wherein we can introduce AI-based problems in the hackathons. But my question is more about how can AI be used in education? Where yes, I would agree. But another way, AI is scary for job. My dear friend, I would request you to just think a bit more in terms of the adjective of scary. So instead of treating AI as scary for the job, you may treat it AI as a collaborator or a friend of yours for your job. The reason why I say this is I have seen the era of 2000 wherein people were actually scared that when the computers come, it's going to take away their job. However, there was another section of people who said that if the computers come, I can use the computer to make my job more faster, make my job faster and more effective. And my friends, all of us know that who won the contest. So it was the people who had treated computer as their friend, used the tools in the right direction, learned the tools at that point in time, and they have definitely cracked it in a big way. And isn't it the case that today, after 20 years, when these internet came, the revolution came, all of us are studying computer science engineer. I saw in the beginning a lot of you doing MCA, doing BSc in computers, people doing vocational IT. So it's I think with this explanation, you would agree that AI is your collaborator, AI is your friend, and AI is not scary. Yeah. All right. I would go further. Yes, yes, totally, to create easy life for the human being. Totally. Solving time using and saving time. Yes. And solving more complex issues. Yes, I agree. Hands-on learning. Perfect. AI can impact the whole, save time for research. Yes, Naveen, this is a very interesting thing which you have mentioned about the saving the time for research. I would like to spend some thoughts over here. So what earlier used to happen, let's talk about very recent time, 4 years back, where all of us faced this problem of Corona, right? So normally, whenever a disaster like this, whenever it shows its terrible face, we have to figure out the right kind of vaccine to save the humanity, right? So this was like a very big calamity, and it was not the calamity, a very big disaster, and we wanted to save the humanity. The doctors, the researchers, they wanted to save it. And a normal drug discovery, it takes a lot of time. It takes years. It takes sometimes it takes decades. As we know that it took a lot of time, and even right now, many cancers are not curable. So when this Corona came, within 9 to 12 months, we were able to get a vaccine. So let's be very thankful to AI. It really had helped to cut down on the research time. So Naveen, thank you for bringing that point over here. Mohan, yes, no, because it's the most important thing to learn more at different. Awesome. Perfect. What a beautiful way to sum up the thing. It's more interesting. Actually, most important thing to learn more. Yeah. It's a rapid adoption has led to increased efficiency. Absolutely. And this efficiency would be showing its face in showing its effect across all the fields, astronomy, healthcare, social media, robotics, entertainment. In fact, there are, I will touch upon this topic of entertainment, wherein my kid, my 12-year-old kid, who's in the seventh standard right now, he did something beautiful actually for the entertainment part. He was learning this. I was teaching him this. What do you call this, prompt engineering, and he was getting a few topics from, and he was doing his research as well, and then beautifully he built a slide actually, which was done using AI, and kind of, and it was like icons and all which he created using the free AI tools, and this was very interesting. And I think that, given the right exposure to him, it can go into a full-blown entertainment industry. Yes. Understanding the student mindset. Oh, yes. And this, I think, is what was being mentioned by personalized. We can make the thing whole personalized. If AI is very useful in the right way, but disaster in the wrong way. I agree with you, Dilip. Yes, there are disastrous ways of using the AI, and as we have also seen, people coming up with creative ways, but not useful ways. For example, recently we saw those deep fake videos, which can be used in a in a negative way for people. So yes, I'm very happy that I'm speaking to an intellectual students here, and I'm actually thankful to you for this, for yeah, deepfake video, Dilip. Yes, that's what I was referring to. So thank you for coming up with beautiful things. With your permission, now I will move on to the next slide, wherein I had tried to capture a few applications of the AI in astronomy. So, for example, identifying the very distant stars and galaxies. So, even today we used all those big telescopes and that wonderful telescope. I mean, I'm missing the name of it right now, for identifying very distant galaxies. However, there have been very beautiful developments in the domain of AI and in astronomy, wherein while we are trying to capture the signals from the external world, from the external, not the world, from the external planets or the external stars, what we try to see is, can we try to see the variation in the brightness of a star to see how we can identify its closeness, nearness, and other features. So this was something, and then we fed it to an AI algorithm, and this is actually being used in today's date. to predict the phenomena, different phenomena. Yeah, so this is actually a very interesting thing in astronomy. In entertainment, content personalization. So this is something which I think most of you, I'm not sure, but I'm assuming, but that few of you may be using the AI, the chat GPT, to personalize the contents of an email, to personalize the content of a particular thesis, or to make a particular content. So for example, few of the content in this slide also, I have sought the help of chat GPT to help me create this. So because that helps me save time. Actually, there is no point reinventing the wheel again and again. If we use the tools in the right fashion, content personalization is one primary thing which is being used not just in entertainment, but in personalization is actually used at a wider scale. And let me ask this question to you. Again, I'm opening the chat. Uh, let's say if I say that, have you guys, any of you seen an example of personalization using AI? Please respond to me. I'll just wait for your response. I'll just get fetch some water. Please respond. I'll just fetch some water, please. Okay. Yes, Chat GPT and Meta. That is correct. Yes, Dilip. Yeah, that's correct. Uh, that is a good example. Meta. Yes, in Meta, for example, one very typical thing which we see is the sentence completion. When we are writing an email, it completes the sentence for us. It's a smaller degree of personalization for us, but yes, it does. Now, Gemini, yeah, to make a personalized template of data. Awesome, Soumya. I think you have touched upon a very good thing, actually. How? So, Bhavya, let me answer this question to you about this how. So, Bhavya, let me ask this thing whether I understood your question correctly. So, is your question like how is the content personalization being used currently? Is that your question, Bhavya? Yes, we can easily make videos. Generative AI might create. Yes, all right. So, Bhavya, okay. Before I drink water, I'll tell you. Uh, what is personalization, Bhavya? So, for example, uh, say uh, we are two of us. We have a set of we let's say Gaurav and Bhavya both are very fond of reading books. Gaurav is fond of reading books on AI, quantum computing, machine learning, algorithms, data structures, right? Bhavya is very fond of reading books on compilers, operating systems, semiconductors, right? Now, we both have very personal taste. Based on that, normally we will be doing our Google searches for the books. Based on that, we will be doing our Amazon searches for the books. Based on that, we'll be doing our Flipkart searches for the books. So the next time you open the Flipkart, Bhavya, once you open your Flipkart, it will give you that few more recommendations for semiconductor books, few more recommendation of compiler books. Now, the same Flipkart, if Gaurav opens, even though the company is the same, browser is the same, UI is the same, application is the same, still we get the same. I will get a different recommendation. I will start getting recommendation of Corman, who is a data structure god. I'll get recommendation of Andrew Ng, who is my guru in machine learning. So that is how we get to know about recommendations, right? So that is what is personalization. All right, Dilip, please explain ML. ML क्या होता है? I will explain it to you. Okay, if you can allow me another 5 minutes, I will come to that topic about what is ML. Yeah, sure, I will come to this. Right, perfect. Yes, lovely. So we have implications of AI in the healthcare. We have treatment selection, personalized treatment here as well. We have claims processing, wherein we try to reduce the number of false claims using AI. We also, insurance is actually a very interesting branch, in fact. So once you guys undergo the courses, this course which you do with us, few of you may be applying for some jobs in the healthcare. Few of you may go in the entertainment. Few of may go in the astronomy. Few of may go in the transport. So you will be facing these problems, which you'll be solving these problems, which I have captured over here. Traffic management is one primary problem. In fact, we were asked by Indian Railways to look at one of their traffic routes and try to optimize that, yeah, for a specific problem. So if once you complete our course and once you go into this, any transport company, you may be required to work in solving these problems. In agriculture, you may be used for livestock health monitoring. So, for example, there would be normally big poultry, for example, you may need to see if any chickens are getting diseased. And it becomes very difficult every day to monitor the poultry. But let's say if there is a camera which can figure out by looking at the fecal remains of a chicken that some disease is yet to spread out. That way, we can predict the bird flu very much in advance, and possibly we can contain the whole bird flu to a very limited area. Right, precise irrigation system. So there is this big company called Jan Irrigation System, which absorbs AI engineers, wherein they put their effort on not wasting a drop of water. They only put the irrigation, they only use the water for irrigation at the spots where it needs most. So that is a good example of precise irrigation system. In education, as we have seen already, e-commerce, as I was discussing with you, Shravya. Then also inventory management is a very typical use case. In fact, we had looked at this inventory management, and it is at places like these wherein you guys will get absorbed. I'll be very happy to take this. You can take the screenshot or you may not, but this PPT will be shared with you if the management allows me to. I'm pretty okay with that. Just speak with the management. I'm pretty okay with this. Please, I request you to keep all your focus to our chat, as you are already doing. Yeah. And the reason of telling you all of the applications right now, my dear friends, is because normally if we know the problem beforehand, it becomes easier to tune our education. It becomes easier to tune our learning. I will tell you frankly what had happened with me in IIT, though I have no grudges. We were exposed to all the different cutting edge technologies at that point in time. We had the best of the professors who used to educate us. We had gone through all of the lovely algorithms which we had seen over there. But okay. Okay, so we had gone through all the lovely algorithms. What we had not gone, and I would have appreciated if I could have got an exposure at that point, is what are the industry use cases? Specific industry use cases for which my learning would be used. For example, I'll give you a very good example. I remember I had learned all these semaphores in the OS, operating system courses. And then we implemented something called the same on the Nachos. It was an OS simulator, NACHOS. So that was very interesting. But only when I entered into Samsung and in Texas Instruments, and I understood that how do I actually am I using the semaphores between the two tasks who are vying for the same resource. It was at that point in time when my love for semaphore grew more than it was in my regular college course. Yes, so that's the reason I am explaining a bit more on the typical applications which you guys will be solving once you guys go ahead and start working with the industry. Yeah, so yeah. In many fields of society, AI is now not totally installed. Yes, I agree with you, Lalit, but we don't know this will helpful or not. Yes, I would say yes. The things about helpful or not are also governed by decisions not just based on technology. There are decisions based on business as well. So there could be some applications of AI which could benefit people, but maybe the scale of benefit is not that much that someone is ready to spend their money over there, right? Yeah, yeah. How do data science, ML, and AI are used together? I have a slide for that, Ravinder, and I will address that. Dilip, हम सिर्फ AI के 2 या 4 टूल जानते हैं. Please explain all to and use it. Oh yes, I'll be very happy, and that's the reason we have a detailed course. I will touch upon the course also today, Dilip. So that will explain to you about the different tools. And also, I think this is a good point, good time for me to mention to all of you that I will not just we will not just limit yourself to the tools which we see in today's date. Let's say in the course of our training, we see some new interesting tools also come up. I'll be introducing them. So even though syllabus may say today that we'll be covering these tools, but in the next 3 months, let's say a new tool comes up and it takes up the market. So we will also explain that to you. Yeah, even if that requires me to learn that tool and explain to you. Does that answer your question, Dilip? All right. Moving on. So this is again something which has been generated by ChatGPT. So when I asked ChatGPT about what is like mastering the AI, so this is a very beautiful thing which is given by the ChatGPT. So this is just one of the tools which is used, and this is being used by a 12-year-old kid, which is my son right now. He has used this to ChatGPT to generate this. So we will be using far more better tools and understand the usability of the same going forward. Yeah. All right. Now, someone was asking about yeah, I think Ravindra was asking about data science, ML, and AI together. So before we jump to that slide, let's first try to see, once we learn this particular course, what are the different openings which may open up for us, right? So there are openings, and very good number of openings in today's date also, which are present for all the numbers which I mentioned over here. The data scientists are there, the ML engineers are there, research scientists are there, robotic engineers, computer vision engineers, and each, excuse me, each of them have a very whole new set of field to which they cater in a dedicated fashion. So even though during our course, we will be exposing you to all of these fields, and then you can pick up your favorite area of interest and you can start focusing on that field and start building your career. So we will be touching upon data science field, ML field, the research part, computer vision as well. AI ethicist is something which I have not touched upon for now. And to be very honest with you, I don't have an expertise over there. I have a plan to invite a guest lecturer who can share his thoughts, his or her thoughts on this topic. And the visibility of AI ethicist is something which I mean, with all due respect to the job role, not seen to a very wide scale, and that is the reason I myself have not included that in the syllabus. Then comes the AI product manager. The product manager role would normally open to you once you have spent somewhere around 5 to 6 years in the data science or ML engineer. Then there is an NLP engineer. And similar to the product manager, you have a parallel role of AI architect. Normally, this will also open after a few years of experience for you. Data engineer is someone who would be working more on the, I would say, the big data side of it, right? So they would work partly on the algorithm, the model building, but most of their time, bandwidth, energy, skill set, it goes towards the big data, Hadoop, Spark, how to use them in an effective way. Now, it's very also important also for you to know what we will not cover in this course. We will not cover this data engineer part in this course. So Spark, Hadoop, these things are not covered. However, I'm sure the PS Bridge management will be speaking with you. And if there is sufficient interest and if they feel like launching a course for data engineer, I'd be more than delighted to discuss with all of you. Any questions till now? Right. Right. So now, what does a typical data scientist role look like? So this is something which I have taken from the internet itself. Just a couple of years back, this was posted in SF, California, wherein this is an opening in a fashion commerce company. And typical example of those companies would be the Nikas in India, uh, and the ABFRLs, the Aditya Birlas. So those would be the ones who have gained already big name in fashion commerce in India. So let's look at the position summary. It says it's a full stack data scientist role where you get to work closely with stakeholders to identify impactful problems and build algorithmic solutions. Please make a note of this, all of you over here. This is very important for you to know that you will not be working in isolation. You will be working with a team, and this team, whether it's a startup or whether it is a big company, there is a good chance that you will get exposed to the clients with whom you will discuss about the problem statement and the impact. So impact which it will create, because many a times I won't say many times, but quite a few times, the problem statement itself gets modified. When the client comes with a problem statement, and when you go to them, when you discuss with them, the client realizes that, okay, the problem can better be solved if we are working in a different way than what we had initially thought of. And that becomes clear when you come with your expertise on the parameters, the value of the variables, the different algorithms, the tools which you know of, right? So the moment you start making very effective discussion with the clients, immediately your company also takes a note of it, that you have the right set of tools, you have worked on the right algorithms, you have the skill set to build the models, and this definitely ensures that you are in good hands with your company, right? So this is pretty much important, right? So when you start working in a data scientist role, then it mentions, and this is a typical company, this is taken from that company, Direct Hire. This says that cross-functional collaboration, meaning that not just inside the team, but across the team also, you'll be working with them to work on product merchandising, styling, marketing, engineering, finance, and operations. So if you see over here, this particular JD of a data scientist is dealing from the strategy part of it to the marketing and to the finance. So you see, you work across in a very cross-functional environment. So as a data scientist, once we start training you, once we start learning the different algorithms, then you will understand that, okay, hey, you know what, if I'm learning this linear regression model in the machine learning, in supervised learning, in supervised way, then I can use it better for predicting the price, which is the typical requirement from the marketing company. And the same, let's say I can modify my algorithm on the unsupervised learning to do a clustering, which can be used by the marketing, right? So, or by the finance or by the operations to create different cluster of customer segments, right? That some of the customer segments would have a salary bracket of purchasing power, or let's say every month they purchase between 5 to 10K. So you have created a cluster of 5 to 10K per month spending guys. Then you have created a cluster of family who spend 15 to 20K. So that can be used by your operations guys to launch new products as well, right? So this is the beauty of data scientist once you become one after completing our syllabus with us. The key responsibilities, if we take a look, one of the primary requirements is to be a data steward, ensuring that all the raw inputs, the intermediate results, and the finished data products are accessible and useful. Please note, this is very important when we say accessible and useful. So any inference which we are taking out, let's say we have, let's take a very simple example of Hyderabad. In Hyderabad, if we are discussing about purchasing a property in Kukatpalli, now the price of that property will depend upon, what are the variables it will depend upon? It will depend upon how big is the area. It will depend upon whether it is a housing society or an independent one. It will depend upon the different features providing in the society, whether it has got golf club, whether it has got gymnasium, etc. But will it depend upon the salary of any person? No, because the prices are already defined by these variables. The salary of a person will only say that I will purchase this property, I am or not, I am interested in this property or not. So the usefulness of the variable about the salary of a person compared to the decision of the property price is totally useless. So being a data steward, you have the power to know. So this was very simple example, but once you become a data steward, once you run your algorithms, you know that, hey, you know what, if I'm including these variables, actually, I don't see any change in the prices. And you are the first one to go and bring this to the management, to the notice of the management, that this is actually a useless variable, and we can actually omit this while making decisions. Right. So this is one very important aspect of a data scientist, requirement of a data scientist. Yeah. Then he acts as a thought leader for the team, identify researches and advises. So please note that this data scientist role, exactly what you are seeing, is what will be expected of you once you appear for an interview. Okay. Now I'll move on. I've not looked at the chat window. If you have any queries, so. All right. Okay. So then this is a typical ML engineer requirement, and their backgrounds which are needed. So what is the background needed for an ML engineer? He or she should be a bachelor's in business informatics or computer science or IT or maths. Maths is very, very important thing, and this is what I have seen missing actually in quite a few courses which I was researching over the web. And this is something which I would definitely not like to miss in our course. We will be including maths and actually a detailed course on detailed subjects on the maths, wherein we'll be discussing on the linear algebra, the differentials, and how actually are they being used for deriving algorithms. So a typical ML engineer is expected to not just know about these models, but also write the programs. So he or she should be proficient in programming. So you can use Python or R to create the models. Along with the different libraries. Normally, I recommend using Python because I have also used it thoroughly, and the support group is huge. The number of libraries which are being used to develop a model is huge. So and these ML engineers requirement, whether in the startup world, in Hyderabad, for example, or in Bangalore, or in the established world, I would say the MNCs, it is a pretty huge requirement for this. I was speaking actually to a gentleman the other day, and he was saying, Gaurav, where are the openings for the ML and AI? Immediately, I opened up my laptop. I opened to show it to him. Look, boss, these are the few consultants which I had just knocked to see that do we have actually these openings? How many openings are there and all? And then he was actually happily surprised to see that there were openings of AI and ML engineers and data scientists starting from the freshers till 7 years of experience. Yeah, salaries definitely vary, and there is a reason for that based on the skills and experience. But certainly the openings are there, and then it comes when we say that, okay, why are the openings still I mean not getting fulfilled and all. So this is a question I would not like to dwell upon a lot. I would rather stress to say that if we know the skills, if we have the skills, let's focus on getting them stronger and getting the interviews cleared rather than focusing on why someone else is not clearing an interview. We are actually not bothered by that. We cannot control that. What we can control is our desire to learn. What we can control is getting access to the right set of people, right set of passionate people who are ready to educate you. And this is something I would, request all of you to bear in mind while studying any topic, be it AI, ML, or later on you will be studying. Even with me, you will be looking on research papers because I am fond of them. I take pain to go through them. The mathematics inside that is not easily comprehensible. But once we start reading few of them, it becomes a habit. So in a month, even if you are going through one research paper, slowly, once you develop this habit with me, you will actually be very confident once you appear for an interview. Yeah. Right. This is a typical job for an NLP engineer to develop the NLP systems. And in the NLP, essentially, once we are developing all these, in India especially, in India specifically, NLP engineers are being looked for in quite quantity, I would say. Reason, we have whole range of languages, we have whole range of dialects. You have these startups starting from Krutrim.ai from Ola founder Bhavish Bansal to there is this startup idea from the government of India called Bharat Bhashini. So that is again focusing on the NLP. And let me share this experience rather. Not long back, hardly 10 to 15 days back, I got my car serviced. And when in fact, not just serviced, I got it insurance claim, right? So during the insurance claim, while I had filled the form, I was given a toll-free number to speak to confirm that. And once I started doing that, it was altogether kind of an NLP-based system, wherein it was throughout there was a lady speaking. You will get the feeling that a lady is speaking, and she was asking just the right set of questions, and whatever response I had, she again responded back with the right set of follow-up questions. And I used somewhere around 6 to 7 minutes and to complete my transaction. This is just to enforce or reinforce the necessity of learning the AI and ML. Yeah, so this is actually the right time also. The right set of tools are being developed. You are in the right forum actually to discuss it and develop it and set up your career for this. Yeah, so that would be my take on this. Now, here is differentiation between a data scientist, an ML engineer, and how does a data engineer look like? Yeah. So a data scientist typically both. Okay. So both the data scientist and the ML engineer, they will be building the models. Yeah. Even the data engineer will build the model, but ML engineer and data scientist, certainly they will be building a lot of models, right? The slight difference, I would say the difference is very thin line based, but the expectation from an ML engineer is that he or she should be not just able to develop the model, but if there is a need, they should be able to productize the model. Now, what is meant by productizing the model? It means that, okay, I have developed the model. It works as a proof of concept, meaning to say that it works for 1,000 different scenarios. Now, a need has come to scale it up for 10,000 different scenarios or 1 lakh different scenarios. And the model remains the same, but the ML engineer is expected to tune this model. And we will later on during the course, our course, we'll learn what is meant by tuning the model to make it scale up faster and to make it scale up in a bigger way, right? So that is one only major difference which I see. High proficiency in SQL, many a times this particular part of data scientist, it is outsourced to a data engineer. But data scientist is expected to learn and read research papers and understand the different models, how we can further reduce the parameters and still achieve the similar level of accuracy. The tools which are required, as you can clearly see, it's common between data scientist and an ML engineer, and it differs actually for the data engineer who is expected to be proficient in Oracle, Hadoop, and Amazon S3, you know, the databases and all. Yeah. Now, there was this question, I think sometime back, what is AI, ML, deep learning? And I have also included generative AI. Okay, so bear with me. Right. Yeah, so AI is actually a superset of everything. If you can put it like this, so AI is used, anything which uses automation to make decisions is AI. Okay. In very loose term, you can say that if you are writing a program to make some decisions on predicting a particular point on a straight line which has a fixed equation like y equal to mx plus c, in loose terms, you can say that with a given x, I can predict y. So this is also AI. Loose terms, yes. But what more we are interested actually in is the machine learning part. Yeah. So in the machine learning, essentially, again, as you can see, this is a subset of AI, and deep learning is further a subset of ML, and Gen AI is further a subset of deep learning. Now, in ML, essentially, what is happening is we are given a variety of data sets. The data set could be of nature of text, audio, alphanumeric, visuals, video, and we are expected to bring out, remember, useful and accessible inference. Accessible and useful inference out of this, right? So how do we do this? We do this by building slightly more complex models than y equal to mx plus c. These could be based on supervised learning or unsupervised learning. This is broadly speaking machine learning. Please remember this diagram in your mind when we are trying to differentiate between AI, ML, DL, and Gen AI. Now, how is it different from the deep learning? Okay, so deep learning is essentially okay, I will take this example. Let's say we have very young kid of 1 year, right? This young kid of 1 year, which all of us were at one point in time, when we used to see our papa, right, dad, we used to not just, we didn't start to say papa directly, right? So first of all, we might have said pa, right? Then my mother or our father would have said pa, pa. Then this kid understood, this 1 year old kid understood, oh, okay, this is not just pa, this is pa, pa. Okay. And then he would see that, okay, I am seeing a glitter. This kid would see that I can see some more glitters in the face of the people. Now, when I said pa, pa, so he gets rewarded. He sees the glitter, he smiles, he sees the smile, and then he also smiles. And then he feels rewarded. He again says pa, pa. So this is how this young kid, his neurons in the brain are getting trained. So essentially, once again, let's look at it. The kid looks at a pattern, hears the pattern, tries to replicate it, sees that it is again being prompted by a feedback from the parents, tries to inculcate that feedback, again introduces, again he says the new word with including this feedback, sees the glitter, gets a reward, feels prompted again by the parents, say papa, kid again says papa, this completes, and then once he sees the glitter, it is kind of approval that you are a pass. This word is a pass. This word has passed in terms of his parents. So this model of papa has been learned by the kid. Deep learning exactly the same. So in deep learning, what we do is we feed some data to the model. The model learns on itself and then feeds back to itself. That, okay, let me feed back the output to myself and see, because there is in front of the model, there is no parents. So what it does is it feeds its own output to itself. And when it feeds its own output to itself, then it tries to see that, okay, now what is whether my accuracy has increased. Last time it was 50%. Is it 55%? Again, feed it back. Is it 60%? Like that, it keeps on learning. And that is how any face recognition is done, any defect detection is done. All these things are done using deep learning. Then there is this interesting, field of Gen AI. I'll attend to this chat, but allow me, my train of thought would get disturbed. Generative AI. So in generative AI, as the word suggests, first of all, it's a subset of deep learning. Now, what it does is it tries to generate altogether a new thing. for example, generate ChatGPT is one of the nearest and dearest example for all of us for the generative AI. What it does is you tell to ChatGPT that, hey, I want a leave for my brother's marriage, and I want to generate a letter to my boss, how to, or to my institute. How do I do that? So you tell this to ChatGPT. ChatGPT frames a letter for you, isn't it? So this is an example of generation. Now there are tools, beautiful tools, which generate the music for you. There are tools which generate altogether new face for you. Yeah. So that is generative AI. I'll take a few questions. All right. For guys, John, if you are not Anish, we are sharing feedback. Feedback form, please fill this, guys. All right. It's still a bit early to fill the feedback form, but yeah. Yes. Let's now try to see. I would like to take all of you to our. All right. Let's look at our courses. I will touch upon these things later, but here is a requirement from us. So, is my screen visible? Can I get a few confirmations? Yeah, thanks, Venkat. Thank you very much. Yes. So let's look at the contents of our course, which will be you and me will be working together upon. As I had mentioned to you, once you work with me on the courses, I don't want to see any gaps in terms of mathematical understanding. So I have put special effort to create mathematical foundations for AI and ML, wherein I'll be exposing you to linear algebra, the vectors and matrices. Why the vectors and matrices? Because once we work on the convolution neural network, you will see that we work with a lot of matrix multiplications. So we need to understand what are matrices, what is the need of having a matrix multiplication, and how is it being used. Then once we look at the system of linear equations and differential equations is also very much important when we learn the very initial course model of linear regression. When we speak of differential equation, what does it mean? Why differential equation and why partial differential equation? What does the dy by dx equal to 0 mean? And why should we even worry about my equation needing to have that value of dy by dx equal to 0? Why? Right? So I will be taking you into those whys and the hows of that. Then we'll be looking at the inner product spaces. We will also be looking at the norms of these matrices and the vectors. Then we'll be looking at the factorizations of the vectors. Now, after we have done this, a very important aspect in data science is about probability and statistics, wherein I would once again, even though you guys would have covered the probability, the Bayes theorem, conditional probability in your +2 standard. Even I had done that in my +2 before clearing the JE. But I clearly felt the need of revising them when I was even starting to build the model few years back. So I have included that. And for those of you who would have known this today, it would be a good revision for you. But I request you to not skip the classes, please. And this would be very, very fundamental and foundational. Then we'll be discussing on the concept of independence, covariance, and correlation. In fact, when we speak about covariance between two variables, and we see that they are whether how it is being translated to whether they are having a clear correlation or a complex correlation, we need to understand that. Yeah, right. So then we also need to understand the concept of entropy and the divergences. Going further, gradient descent, stochastic gradient descent, convex optimizations. These are few tools which we will be using for our regression models, developing the regression model in the supervised learning. And going further, we'll be looking on hands-on demo using the linear algebra. Now, there was this requirement that we only know 3 or 4 tools. I totally understand that. So we will be working from the tools of NumPy, Pandas, etc., to the advanced tools also like Seaborn and all. So here we'll be using the NumPy tool, which is a very powerful library in Python. And whatever linear algebra and probability, which we covered during the theory classes, we will be mixing it with our practicals, and then you will be starting to see the entire picture. So this is the beauty of the course, that once we work on the theory part, we don't just leave it over there and we complete the theory and we move on to the next one. No, we will be developing one full scale model for each of the supervised and unsupervised ML tools, ML models, ML techniques, which we learn across. Yeah. Moving on. Yeah. So then we go ahead. We'll be looking at the linear regressions. We'll be looking at L1, L2 lasso ridge regressions. Then we will also go ahead and work upon this bias and variance. So bias will be used in the training part. The variance will be looking in the output part. And then we'll be looking at the classification methods also. So one is the problem of finding the prediction of best fit lines, for example. And the other one is of, let's say we want to just identify 2 scenarios, right? The scenario is, if I launch a product in the market, let's say you are hired as a data scientist or an ML engineer, and the job is to figure out if a particular set of person will buy a product or will not buy a product. There are only 2 categories, right? So how do you predict that? So that is case which falls under the problem of classification, which we'll be solving together. We'll be using the logistic regression, the decision trees. Further, we will go on and start working on the neural networks, wherein we'll be studying the LSTM, the CNNs. We'll be also looking at the GRUs, and we'll be looking at the demonstration of all of these. So we will be having those models. Just bear with me. We'll be having those models. Right. Yep. Can you hear me? So yeah, so we'll be having those models wherein we'll be, sorry, I was just checking because someone I thought called from the management to me. So I was checking my WhatsApp, but it's nothing there. So we will be looking at those models together. We'll be writing the code together. And I am not gonna leave any of you unless you understand that line of code. We will not leave any of you behind. Will not move further unless all of you are understanding the line of code which I'm writing. And I say this with conviction. Why? Because the last cohort which I had completed, in fact, there was this young boy who was a civil engineer, and he didn't understand the concept of array on day one when he joined my course of data structure and algorithm. But and I had promised the same thing to him as I'm promising to you. And on the 7th week, when he completed the course, this civil engineer guy who did not know what is an array on day one was writing the graph flow algorithm with me, right? So I just bear with me. I'm just getting a call. Hello.
Sir, please unmute yourself.
Yep. Thank you for unmuting. Am I audible now? Can you please once again clear to me?
Yes.
Thank you very much, Raju. Thank you, Durgesh. Yeah, thank you. So we'll be also touching upon graph neural network. So yes, as I was saying that I'm not going to leave any of you behind. Once we work together, we'll be having not just a dedicated question and answer, which we will have, but we'll also have sessions wherein you can have every session, you will be asking me questions. Every session, every flow which we do together, we will do it together and we will complete it to our understanding. Please understand this, and this is what is I have plans for myself and for you guys. Yeah. Post this, we'll work on the graph neural network, and then bear with me. Then the topic of transformers and generative AI is something which I'll also equip you on. So my goal is to introduce you to building the LLM models and the Gen AI naturally, if the time permits, and if you guys are excited, and if I have the permission from the management, I would love to also equip you guys with a few tools, which I think can also help you on day-to-day job for the Gen AI. Yeah, and that is not just for the sake of telling, but which will actually help you to improve your efficiency on a day-to-day basis, whether you work as a data science engineer or an ML engineer or any engineer, full stack engineer, it doesn't matter. Yeah. So with this, I would rest my case right now, and I would hand over the platform to Vishwa, who wanted to take it from me. Over to you, Vishwa. And before I move on, I really want to thank all the participants here today for your very kind and patient hearing. Sincerely appreciate and for your being engaged with me. Yeah, I would take it up after Vishwa concludes. Over to you, Vishwa.
Thanks a lot, sir. Thank you. Yeah, hi guys. I hope you enjoy this classes. I am audible. Can you please respond? 1 minute, guys.
Yes, you're audible.
Okay. See, I hope you guys is enjoying regarding AIML classes. So right now, sir already explained regarding what all will be covered in this all the 6 month class. Okay. So basically, in this you will cover around a 6 months. Sir will take the class of 6 months. Also, we will also invite some of the guest lecturer also, as sir also told, and also we will also invite some of the good CEO of the company and some of the good decade of experience in the particular field. Okay. So we will also invite some of the hand-on experience of some of the MNCs, senior management also, so that you will get an idea that what actually our companies is demanding in this AIML field. Okay, this is very vast course. It's not only AIML course, because sir will explain you each and every part regarding a data structure, regarding a mathematical part, and all the things. So it's very important to you to learn each and every part. And if you are from a non-IT guy also, so sir will be give you in the from the basic point of view also, they will give you the brief idea that what actually, if suppose you are from a civil engineer, if you're from a mechanical, or you're from a any of the general science or BSc or something like that, that also it will be work on you, but you need to be work on it. And our team will be also guide with this all the stuff regarding our courses structure. So our team will be also shared regarding a course structure. So this will be a 6 month course we will provide. Apart from this, we will provide you the 1.5 month of internship hand-on experience. Then after, we are also guaranteed a placement opportunity. Guaranteed in the sense, we will give you the good references of the companies. Our company will also come here to hire the student from this TS Bridge EDU. Then after, in this, we will also provide you the LMS part, so that whatever the course will be, like suppose 1 hour class daily we are doing, evening or either whatever the time will be suitable. So that classes will be recorded and that will be updated in the LMS portal. LMS portal, we will also give you the assignment part. We will also give you the 1 minute daily and weekly test assignment, project, live project. Sir already explained with you regarding a live project and all. That is very much important. So basically, this whole session will be in a 70% will be in a live practical way, and rest will be in a theoretical part. Okay. Now coming to your course structure part, as my team will share you the regarding vouchers of the courses, that what all the point we will cover. So see, basically what we will cover is basically a standard of IIT daily courses. If you see the IIT daily courses right now, it's already going in the AIML. So same standard we are following. Okay. Pointers difference is that the fee structure we are keeping in a very low. We are basically keep in mind for the all the lower middle class family also, and the, all the who are right now they have a means we are giving the opportunity to all the guys who are also want to be learn a AIML course. Right now in the market, the AIML course is most probably charging a 1 lakh, 1.5 lakh, 2 lakh, like this types of charges they are taking. But we are charging very less amount, as minimum amount, that we will only charge some lump sum amount of 50,000 only, and that 50,000 is not for a one time. Means you need to be given a milestone wise, like 2, 3, 4 installment wise, so that we keep in mind that each and every student have a comfortable in this fee structure. Okay, so this is one point. So our fee structure is like 55,000 is the one where you will get a 6 month course, and course certificate also we will provide with a II University. And then after we have a one more opportunity, that is course internship and a placement guarantee. So placement guarantee we are providing means we will support you in each and every way regarding the interview preparation, regarding the how you can crack the interview, regarding our support team will be guide you each and every part of the mock interview, mock test, assignment, and all the things. Okay. Then after in this, we have a structure of the point that after this means that 55,000 course in if you want to be take a placement plus courses fee, then the cost is 80,000 rupees. And we are right now running the offer. So if you guys are interested, our team will be share you the link. You can directly enroll yourself, and the enrolling fee is only 2,000 rupees. You can enroll yourself and book your seat, because in our course structure we have only invited a max to max 50-55 student in a one batch, and that batch will be continued for the 6 to 7 months for the totally course structure. Okay, so this is one point. Second point regarding the, so as Gaurav sir is taking this class, he is the main lead in the all the things. So you can, we have a doubt sessions, and also in our LMS portal we have a AI based LMS portal where you can able to ask any question if you have a doubt regarding any of the courses, regarding your career guidance, that all the facilities we are providing in our LMS portal. So our team will be shared you in the chat itself. Our team will be shared you the link of the Google form. You can enroll yourself. You can ask if any doubt, any question you have, you can ask with our team. Our support team will be coordinate with you regarding your career guidance. If you have a doubt regarding any of the courses structure, any of the fee structure and all, and also we will give you the scholarship also, because the 50,000 is very less amount. It's very less amount. But if suppose somebody have some situation in their financial is not good, we will give a very good discount also, depending upon the scholarship. Okay, so that's it from my side. Rest Gaurav sir will be take care, or either Sunanda ma'am is also there, so Sunanda ma'am will be take care from. Yeah, Sunanda, over to
Yeah,
you.
the form has been shared in the chat box. People can go through the form. Please fill the feedback form, and they already shared the registration form. So please go through it, that link. Okay. Yeah. Gaurav sir, you can take.
Also, some of our respected college TPO is also joined in this meet. So I request the TPO sir, please connect with us. We have a separate opportunity task for all the colleges. We are tie up with many other colleges also. So we are very happy to collaborate with the new colleges, and we are happy to announce that we already tie up with more than 5 colleges for this AIML courses. So if any other colleges TPO, I got a message from my team member that some of the TPO sir is already joined. So please connect with our team sir. We will definitely coordinate with you, and we will give you the best courses in the respected field. Even we have courses of AIML, we have courses of full stack development, we have courses of data science, data structure. So that we will provide you with you. Yeah, Gaurav sir, over to you.
Hope everyone gone through the form registration.
Hello. Yes, yes, Gaurav sir, please continue. Am I audible? Yeah, Sunanda, hello. Hello.
Hello.
Please unmute the Gaurav sir, na? He is not
Yeah,
able to
1
speak.
second.
Thank you very much, Sunanda, to unmute
Sorry,
me.
sorry.
No, that's okay. I mean, I do understand it was must have been a minor glitch at your end. Not problem. Am I audible once again? Just stick there. Can one of you please confirm if I'm audible?
Yes, yes, sir. Yes, you are audible. So, guys, if you have any questions, please go. Please ask here. Okay, Gaurav sir will clear all the doubts.
Lovely. I have. Okay, so if you have any questions, I mean, I'm there for you. Otherwise, I can share a few more contents. Let me know.
Yeah, sir. Just a second. Sorry. So, like Sunanda ma'am, you can text yeah, you can put your contact number there. So, like, yeah, TPO sir, so if you have any interest, so like you can connect with the Sunanda ma'am. Okay. Yeah. Kushum, are you there? Kushum and Sunanda ma'am, you can put your contact number and email ID. So, like, TPO sirs will connect with you directly. Yeah. Please continue, sir.
Thank you very much once again, Chandar. So let me browse over a bit to see if someone had any question. If you are unable to understand something, then what would be the condition on it? Okay, Vijay, I see that you have a question here. If you are unable to understand it after some classes, then what would be the condition? Vijay, if you are unable to understand, I will answer your question like this. We will be starting it from a very basic course. Concepts will be covered from the very foundational basis. We'll also support over the LMS as was described by Vishwa and Chandar, who are from the management. Still, I totally get your doubt, Vijay, that there could be a scenario wherein you are actually not getting a particular doubt. It's my responsibility to clear it. And how I will do it is my proposal here. Every periodically, we will have dedicated Q&A sessions only for a situation like this, wherein someone is not getting a particular topic. Yeah. So periodically, we will have additional classes in which I will ensure that your doubts are cleared. So Vijay, if you still have a question, please ask. Abhishek, I see your question weekly or daily. So it will be 2 hours per day, 3 days a week. Classes online or offline, Yatendra, your answer is classes will be online. Durgesh, daily class rules hogi. I have answered this question. The fees part is already answered. Thank you, Abhishek. Let me come down, scroll down if there is some. All right. Radhe Radhe. Okay, Radhe Radhe. Great. Yes, Vijay, you. Yes, sir. How AI is beneficial in mechanical engineering? Very interesting question, Sachin. So let's take in the mechanical engineering. Sachin, let me ask this question. Are you aware of this manufacturing industry in the a very renowned company? Let's call it Usha Fans or Asian Paints. Uh, so let's say there is, or let's say Maruti. Yeah. So in Maruti, you have got a assembly plant. In the assembly plant, there are different nuts and bolts, right, which are being taken by huge robots are there. And these robots will come and they will pick up a tire from here and they will pick up a different, axle from one place and they will try to fit on the chassis of the Maruti vehicle. Now, when they are doing it, there are different nuts and bolts which they need to fix it. Some of these nuts and bolts may be defective because ultimately they are coming from their supplier. Maruti is not manufacturing nuts and bolts. It's getting from its supplier. So these nut and bolts, if they are defective and if they are still fitted, then there is a chance that this car may break down and Maruti will earn a bad name. How is it being addressed? What Maruti does is there is a computer vision based system which Maruti has installed, wherein any kind of nut and bolt has to pass in front of the camera. If that nut and bolt is defective, this camera immediately flashes a warning and this bolt is removed by the supervisor from there. Okay, so that way the whole defective part is separated from the manufacturing itself, right? So this is one very good example in mechanical engineering where it can be used. Sachin, I hope I'm able to answer your question. 4 new messages. Yatendra, okay. Sachin, yes, I'm aware. Oh, great, Sachin, lovely. So Sachin, let me know if you have still any doubt on this. Yeah. Okay, so I'll quickly cover a few of my experiences. If you have some time, I'll try to not make it boring, but at the same point in time, I'll try to share the practical thing with your permission. But, um, I'm sorry. Yep. Bear with me. All right. Is my screen visible? Can one of you kindly respond? Is my screen visible? Can one of you kindly respond, please? Yeah. Chat. Okay, where did this chat go? Thank you very much, Durgesh. All right. Sorry. Thank you. So we were looking at these different ML categories. Coming to this, when we go for an interview, okay, so there's a typical scenario wherein as an interviewee, when I used to sit in front of the interviewer, I always used to think, can this interviewer help me improve my current life condition? Yeah, because either I was, when I appeared for my interview first time in my life, that was when I was where quite a few of you are, like in my final semester, sorry, final year of my college. And sometimes I was in this seating position when I was looking for a job change. So whenever I used to be here, I always used to think of this person that, hey, can this person help me improve my current life condition? And you know what? When I got selected, this person used to tell me I had exactly the same thought. I asked, how come? I mean, you already have a job, right? How can you think that how I can, I mean, I as a candidate can even try to improve your life condition? Very simply, he used to say that, look, my dear, I always used to think that how will I get my promotion? I'll get my promotion if I am getting my time to do my work. Instead, if I have to, if the interviewer, if he selects a person and this person is asking most of his doubts to this interviewer, so when will this guy do his work and get his promotion? So he said that that was my doubt in my mind, and that if I select a person and if I spend my time clearing his or her doubts rather than doing my work, or let's say tomorrow a new project comes and I want to take that project to my team, but I am not sure if my team is capable to do that, then how will I take that big project and how will I get my promotion? So, and unless I get my promotion, I'll not be able to improve my life condition. Similarly, if a crisis happens, will I survive? even the same thing comes to my mind. Like I think few minutes back, I think there was this question that will I get a job guarantee or job prospect like that. So it's more about like getting job ready. I always see it like that, and I can only put what I think. I'm not in your shoes. But even when I was looking as a candidate for a job, I always used to prefer to be job ready rather than thinking to get a job, somewhere like something like job blessing or job guarantee. No, rather, if I can get myself job ready. So even if I fail in company A, if I fail in company B, company C will definitely hire me. Why? Because I am confident about my skills, right? So the interviewer keeps thinking, if I hire this person, will I get my dreams fulfilled? Same goes for the interview, guys. Buy me on this, actually. So the most of it's very good, actually, that if we clear our doubts before you hit this position as an interviewee, you can ask your questions while I am here, and you can ask as many questions as I am here. Yeah, and get it cleared. And once you hit the interview, you should be actually in a position. Okay, fine. Not just I can solve this problem in one way. I have an additional way to think to solve the problem in a slightly different way as well, right? So that is the kind of confidence once you get, you'll be in a position to actually crack this the interview. Yeah. I also have plans to bring my alumni who are from industries in India, as well as a few of my IT alumni are abroad in US. They have been very kind to spend some time with you. They mentioned that they will come as guest lectures and try to explain what exactly is going on in the industries in US and in India, such that you also get a hang of if some of you are looking for a foreign placement or a foreign study, you'll get a perspective of it. I have also plans to bring some elite people from the government and ministries who can come and address address their perspective on AI, the different openings. Some of you may be entrepreneurs, maybe wanting to be entrepreneurs. So these people will help you open the doors or open few of the connects. So that is my goal of inviting few of my government connects. I also have huge respect for academia. um, I'll share something with you. I don't just respect my teachers, I worship my teachers. So I have my teachers who would be kind to come and bless this class also with their experience. And some of you who want to pursue your R&D field or have some more questions, you can ask my teachers as well. This is what I can help you with my limited capacity. Then as was a question like different tools. So yes, so some people will be very much known on TensorFlow, but they will not know PyTorch. So my goal would be to make you guys understand both PyTorch and TensorFlow, right? Then Pandas, NumPy, Matplotlib, Seaborn. So these are the ML tools. And excuse me. So this is the dinner time. You keep getting the hiccups. So, here you will also, I'll try to expose you on the Gen AI tools, which I have not mentioned over here. These are few of the regression algorithms which we had worked together. And this is a practical use case, my dear friends. About Sachin, you were asking about this mechanical thing. This was one of the mechanical uh, come electrical requirement which had come to us, for which we had solved it using a ARIMA algorithm. Yeah, so this is a time-based algorithm, ML algorithm, which we had built for them. Uh, and these are different confidence intervals. This is something I want to do, but this has not yet. I have to think about this, so I'm not putting it. And again, I would, with a deep respect to Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam sir, what he mentions is many things he mentions which are we should remember. One of them is accept your past without regret and handle your present with confidence and face your future without fear. And this is what I want you to guys to be prepared for. That is, be interview ready, be interview confident. Yeah, so you will crack it. Now with this, I will just open the chat box to see if I have few questions which I can help you out with. Why not feedback form? Guys, fill these forms. Okay. So yes, Rahul, please ask a question. Let me know. There is a electrical engineering company making parts. I'll have to figure this out, my dear. Hmm, Contact because Dilip is okay. That is interesting. How AI become important in a day-to-day life, and how can we relate with that? Prakhar, as we were discussing during the beginning of this session, in our day-to-day life, let's start our morning. In the morning, once we start uh, going to our office, right? So we try to see that, okay, I mean, I open my car. And when I enter my car, I have my predictive analytics, which tells me whether there are any problems in my car. And if there is a problem, it predicts that you may be able to, you may have an error within in this particular part within some time. So this is possible by means of an OBD-based mechanism. OBD is on board diagnostics, which is present in nowadays in the cars. Let's say then I visit an office. In the office, I feel the need to order a particular printer. I quickly go to Amazon and I get a lot of recommendations. This recommendation part is again has come as part of the ML model, right, which are running on the Amazon or Flipkart. I hope I'm able to answer your question, Prakhar. Who are interested, contact. I am from BSc Agriculture background. Yes, of course, JK, it is definitely possible to get a job in the agriculture side. In fact, this is one of the most prominent fields, as I was mentioning about one of these companies called Jan Irrigation. This is pretty much into agri field. I'll mention another company, JK, that is in agri pesticides, which is pesticides using drone and AI. And one of those companies is Marut Drones, based out of Hyderabad. Quite a few companies in drones. Agri, you have got plenty of scope. You have got Manage, MANAGE, which is an incubator in your Rajendra Nagar in Hyderabad. That's also a good one. Kusum, yes, 100%. JK, but is there opening available for BSc? How will get a job? I hope I'm able to answer that question, JK. We are in a generation that companies looking for skills more than, yes, agree. Contact details, all right. Respected sir. Yes, please. Yes, respected sir, APJ. Yes, Turkish. How can we address biases in the AI algorithms? So once we are starting to work on the different models, biases, they need to be addressed based on the different models which we are developing, Hariom, right? So for each of these models, the different models, once we start building, be it logistic regression, be it LISO, L2 regression. So once we see that what kind of a bias we are getting, whether it is where we are in a situation wherein it is high bias kind of a thing, how can we make it low bias? So that is something which we'll have to look based on the formula which we use into the regression, right? So it totally depends on that. Once we start working on individual models, we'll be able to honor that. And okay, could you guys please share names? And so how do we ensure AI safety and control? Okay, ensuring the need of AI safety and control, Hariom, I agree is is pretty evident in the minds of everyone. Now, how do we ensure the AI safety is something which is more being dealt in today's date by people who are proficient in the field of cybersecurity. For example, there is this company which is based out of T-Hub in Hyderabad. Uh, I'm missing the name actually. They work pretty much in the domain of cyber security, and they work on the browser level. So that's their beauty actually, wherein they ensure that the security which may be breached by AI people who are trying to bypass the I am a robot kind of a tick, right? So people are trying to write algorithms to bypass it at the browser level itself. So they are working on the tools using which they can detect that on that level itself, at browser level itself, even before it touches the application level. Isn't that fantastic, right? So that's what that's how it can be addressed. Hariom, yeah. That's one thought on that. But again, I'm not an expert on the cyber security. But if you are willing, I can help make necessary connects for you to get more information. Hariom. Durgesh, third year mobile number. All right, Durgesh. I don't know, my dear Ankit. I'll have to figure out. Education Agra, okay. Dilip Kumar, okay. Clear, sir. Great, Hariom. But so how can AI system maintain transparency and interpretability? Right. So in order to maintain the transparency part, so there are two ways which come immediately to my mind. First thing is by means of having the policies in place. So for example, once you start using the Google, right, it definitely makes you sign this policy that you agree to all the policy. There is a tick mark wherein you say that you are trusting Google with your data. So it means that there is a transparency which is being established between yourself and Google. There is a trust which is being established between yourself and Google, that Google will not share your data with anyone. So this is at the policy level. Now, when it comes to the, let's say, the implementation level, the maintaining the transparency part is something I would say is uh, more to deal with the nature of the company management, right? There have been instances of data breach. I would agree with you, wherein this whole transparency was lost and people started to lose faith. But nonetheless, there are established companies like Googles of the world, the Microsofts of the world, the Gen AIs of the world, whom you can still trust, right? And when you speak about how AI systems can maintain the interpretability, can you be more specific? I mean, what do you mean by interpretation of an AI system? I would be happy to discuss that. Cybersecurity is the practice of protecting devices, networks, software. Oh yes, perfect. Technologies, and practice that help. Absolutely, Abhishek. That's a very right thing. And cybersecurity, it does touch upon the domain of AI big time as well. Yeah, such that people are they use AI to their advantage as well as they try to avoid any kind of disadvantage being taken of AI by someone. Dukesh, okay. All right, Dukesh, wait. Share your name and number. Okay, Dukesh, Nitin. Sir, can we secure AI systems against malicious? Oh, yes, absolutely. By all means, Hariom, you can do that. You can do this in two ways. Firstly, there are pretty much tools present which you can integrate as by means of APIs in your place, in your system, in your AI system. The second thing which you can do, Hariom, is you can become a security expert yourself, and you can try to figure out where are the loopholes and the loopholes in the system, which you can then plug yourself. Yeah? A pretty interesting discussion. Sir, AI के advantages ज़्यादा है या disadvantage? Okay. Okay. I have to put it like this. I see that any system has got an advantage and a disadvantage. Quantifying the same is subjected to how frequently we are using the advantages or how frequently we are using the disadvantages. Let's say, statistically speaking, being coming sooner, we'll be learning statistics. So statistically speaking, since people love to more people love to stay safe, more people love to stay out of the line of the law. They don't want to get arrested. More people want to grow in the world. So more people put their effort to get the advantages of the AI. And that is the reason you see compounding advantages of AI and slightly lesser disadvantages of AI. But this was a very interesting question. Thank you for asking. Can we secure against malicious? Yes. Zyada disadvantage. Fill the feedback form. All right. Zyada had disadvantage. Hope Durgesh, I'm able to make some sense. ज़्यादा है. Okay. Say, and sir, we manage the ethical implications of AI deployment. My dear Hariom, AI ethicist is someone who takes care of these things. And as I had admitted in the beginning, I'm not an AI ethicist, and I have very limited knowledge in terms of ethical implications of AI deployment. But I would still like to answer your question in my personal capacity. Hariom, ethics is something which is closer to a person's character. And if I decide that I am not gonna violate the ethics of AI, there is a 99% chance that I will not violate. 1% chance still is there that I may, but that may be happening unknowingly, not knowingly. Yeah. But again, yes, there is a whole law which is getting deployed for this, developed for this. I'm not an expert there. Please accept my limitation there. आजकल मिसयूज ज्यादा हो रहा है. आई एग्री विद यू दुर्गेश, मिसयूज होता है. एंड इस मिसयूज को भी अपने को ध्यान में रखना है. और हम अपना फोकस रख सकते हैं कि हम कितनी जल्दी, हाउ सूनर वी कैन यूज द पावर ऑफ द एआई to make the life of ourselves and our family better. Yeah. So please tell me, we mitigate the environmental impact of AI development and training. We mitigate them. Okay, so environmental impact of AI development, I get it. I do understand. Possibly you are referring to the Gen AI and the Chat GPTs, wherein a lot of power is being used by these compute hungry machines out there, which has an implication of environmental damage slightly. At the end of the day, it boils down to the question of ROI. So if we feel that we still are getting some impact while still being within the limits of environmental pollution, we will still use it. And truly speaking, Hariom, this is true for any technology, not just AI. All right. Okay, sir, AI क्या नहीं कर सकता? AI क्या नहीं कर सकता? Oh, wow, that's a very good question. What can AI not do? Okay. In today's date, I think that mimicking the exact human decision is something which in today's date AI cannot do. And one of those mimicking decisions is the emotional part, which I don't think AI can do. How a human feels their emotions, translating that to AI is something which I doubt can be done. Sir, Elon Musk बोला था AI is dangerous for world. AI, yes, I have respect for the gentleman, but at the same point in time, he is the gentleman. Elon Musk is the gentleman who is using AI to a lot of his advantage for the self-driving cars, which used a lot of ADAS, which used again in turn a lot of computer vision, which in turn uses the CNN and the AI. Yeah, so it's a very good contrast. Hi, all right. All right, sir, we balance innovation with yes, regulation to avoid. Awesome. Yes, Hariom, that's what we do. Medical sector में कहाँ तक पहुँचा है? Bhupendra, this is a very interesting question. Medical sector में AI is right now being used in collaboration with robotics to operate. Number one, AI is being used in medical sector to make drug discovery faster. Number two, AI is being used also to see for better inventory management by the drug companies, and that's the number three. AI is also being used to implement an efficient supply chain for the drug logistics. Number four. These are quite a few use cases, but not just limited to it. पर AI का डिसएडवांटेज पे रोक लगा सकते हैं? यस दुर्गेश, रोक लगा सकते हैं. Disadvantage पे there is a law which is being discussed under the purview of central ministry, and sooner or later you and me will hear about it. Yes, AI thinking like human. If we ask this question, yes, Rishabh, AI thinks like human in the sense that we are already doing the generative AI. The limited interactions like AI predicting a particular defect, isn't that what a human also does? So to that level of thinking, yes, AI does it, and that is the whole reason why we are discussing AI today. Miss का business है AI पर चलता है. Yes. What are the best methods for ensuring Miss का business ही AI पर चलता है? Yes, correct, Abhishek. That's right. Hariom, so what are the best methods for ensuring AI safety in autonomous systems? Okay, so in terms of discussing about the AI safety in autonomous systems, we can discuss it in two aspects. First thing is at the level of firmware, where we can decide to put the necessary checks for the AI. For example, very simple thing is AI predicting a braking level in a car, for example, a braking level of which produces a retardation of more than 20 meter per second square. I don't want that. Even though the AI predicts it, I don't want that. Okay. That is one level where you can put at the firmware. And second level, you can also put it and the decision making on the cloud, wherein you can say that, okay, if an autonomous system is going to fail or not, I can make a prediction. Yes, you can do both the things. इस एडवांटेज पर रोक लगा सकते हैं. आई थिंक वी डिस्कस दिस. सर कोई एआई से डीफेक वीडियो बना देते हैं तो क्या लॉ है क्या? People are working on the law, Durgesh, as I mentioned. They don't have to. Yes, I agree with you, Rishabh, on this. Totally, they don't have feelings. Then how they think like humans? Feelings and thinking are two different things. Let's not mix it. Feelings have the power to bring tears in your eyes. Thinking doesn't have that much power. Please don't mix them, Rishabh. Okay, AI के reach में next period क्या हो सकती है? AI, the next would be something like producing someone exactly like a human, isn't it? That could be the next milestone. Yeah, if the AI could do that, that could be the next milestone. However, Bhupendra, I would answer that question on a more serious note also. AI cannot just be used as a technology in isolation. AI can also be used as a technology in collaboration. For example, I myself am planning to use AI with quantum computing to make decision making very, very fast. And this is something which is under process right now. Yeah. What are the primary? That's right. What are best methods? No, I saw another question. रोक लगा सकते हैं क्या? What are the best methods? सही है कि रोक लगा सकते हैं, बना सकता है. Okay. क्या लगता है करिए? So what are the primary challenges in training? Very good question. What are the primary challenges in training the AI models? Okay, so I will share a few challenges which we had faced, Hariom. One of the primary challenges which we faced was the lack of data. Yeah, and this is one of the most common challenges which you will face when you are, once you are selected as an AI engineer somewhere in one company. You will face this challenge more often than any other challenge in building. The second challenge would be figuring out on the models. So there could be a scenario wherein two models could be performing, excuse me again, performing equally good, but one of them could be less resource intensive, right? So those are a few challenges which you'll have to figure out, and then the natural challenge will be to find a third algorithm which could be even lesser resource intensive, right? Because we have two models which produce the same level of accuracy. The third, again, another level of problem in training the AI model would be sometimes you actually have to go through different stages. Instead of predicting a single model, you may need to have a bunch of models, which is called bagging technique. You need to have a bag of techniques to build models for better accuracy instead of a singular model. So please keep these three things in mind. Last 5 minutes. Okay, what is the difference between AI and ML? I think we had discussed that, Abhishek, in our slide. AI is a superset of ML and DL. DML is a superset of DL. DL is essentially about learning like a neural network. ML is something which has a whole bunch of data, and you can build models with or without CNN. So, for example, linear regressions, naive Bayes algorithms, they don't need these CNNs, right? And AI is something, as I mentioned, like anything which you can do, which can predict, which has the power to predict like humans, even like simple automations y equal to mx plus c. Remember we discussed that, Abhishek? That is something which is covered under AI. All right, I'm very happy that we are meeting the timeline also, and I have completed all the questions. Any further questions?
Yes, sir. Am I audible?
All right.
Yeah.
Yes, yes, sir. Yeah, so guys, who are interested, please connect to the given numbers. We have sent our email ID and numbers also, contact numbers. So who are interested, you can directly connect with us. Okay, you can visit our like a LinkedIn ID and wherever it may be, you can visit our website. Okay. Yeah.
And
Yeah,
for
guys.
today,
So this price would be only for 1 week. After that, the price may change. So please register yourself so that you can avail the benefits and the discount also. Okay. So please register yourself and book your seat fast. And we have
Yeah.
limited seats only. So please, guys, fast, register yourself.
Yeah, guys. So if you can connect with your TPOs, so for a college collaboration, the course fees was very low. Okay. It is around 3K to 4K. Okay. 3,000 to 4,000 per student for 6 months of training if the college collaborations. Okay. You can connect with your TPOs also. So you can connect with us. We will have a meet.
all right. So many thanks once again, everyone. I really liked interacting with all of you. Thank you very much, Vishwa, Durgesh, Abhishek, Alok, Bhupendra, Ankita, Hariom, everyone. In fact, if I'm not able to name a few of you, apologies. Nishant, Kusum, Ritu, Ritika. Thank you very much, Soumya, Sindhu, Saurabh.
Thank you,
Thank you
sir.
very much.
Thank you so much for your wonderful participation. Taking.
Yeah, and wish you all a very nice weekend and have very good night. Bye bye.
Yeah. Yeah, guys, I think I hope you all have got the form. If not, please reach us here so that we can send it again. Yeah, please, you people can reach here if you are not getting the form or registration form. Please fill the feedback form also. Already we have shared. Okay, our email ID, our contact number. Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you. So, yeah, any doubts, you people can reach us. We are available. I hope you have all joined the student community group. Okay. So any updates we'll be sharing there. And please fill the feedback form so that we can reach up to you. Our team can reach up to you. Okay. Thank you. Thank you. Thank
Sunanda,
you.
please
Thank you.
open the chat once. So if they have any
Yeah.
questions for registrations or something.
Already have done. Already have done. They are messaging.
Guys, we have shared our All India student community link also. So you can join there. If you have any questions, you can connect with the admins directly. Please once again share the community link.
Thank you, Durgesh. Thank you so much. Hope you have filled the feedback. Hope everyone have filled the feedback form. And please register yourself. Okay. So this fee is minimal as Vishwa sir discussed and Gaurav sir also discussed. If you go in the market, of course, it is very high. But for your purpose, we are keeping this very low. So please register yourself. And after that, we may increase the price. Okay, as per demand. So yeah, go on, please. So if you're not finding the form, we can send it again. Yeah, Vishwa sir, anything to say?
Yeah, so guys, please fill the form, because if you fill the form, then only our team will be connect with you. And the faculty, which Gaurav sir already discussed right now, they have a 20 years of experience in same field. Okay, and we will also very soon we will touch with good CEOs of the some of the MNCs and the startup companies also. So we have a very big community on the same things. So placement will be very easy for you, and you know the AIML is the one of the most demandable course right now. Future is only AI. You cannot deny this course. Yes, yes, asked Durgesh Sharma, I think. This is totally a 6-month course, and in this you will well covered regarding a data structure. We will well covered regarding a AI/ML part. We will cover regarding a generative AI. So all the things we will, and we most important is that we will provide you the practical knowledge. So live project we will do it. Okay, and that live project is not a copy paste live project. You know, the AI is the one of the most demandable course, and if you implement, like suppose government job also they're demanding, if you are in a computer science, if you are in IT field, they're demanding this course in all the field. Okay, even if you are a mechanical guy also, if you are a civil engineer guy also, this is required. Okay, in each and every sector.
हाँ सो लाइक दुर्गेश इज आस्किंग सर अगर प्लेसमेंट नहीं हुआ तो फीस वापस होगी क्या सी दुर्गेश so once 6 months training will be there, okay, then after your 2 to 3 months will be internship, okay, so then after you will have the 1 year of the placement assistance, okay, so 1 year में क्या होता है कि like in 1 year we will guide you each and everything, okay, once your course is also done and internship also done, live projects and all those things, then after also you didn't get the placement, so something will be lagging behind, right?